Good morning, my Rizvi students of law. Today we are going to start again with our video 6, that is from pages 49 to 56, and with the topic Noise Pollution Rules 2012 marks. Before starting this, I would love to read my today's quote from IEP that we had already discussed yesterday pertaining to sustainable development. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but in fact, we borrow it from our children. It is quite pragmatic with current situation, wherein we can say that we as a human being are not well versed and we are not good enough to take care of our earth, and because of that even all the species around us feel or get threatened. And now this is our collective honor, since we all have realized that if we will not take care of this earth or the nature, then of course the Almighty has every source of action, and all might is mighty enough to take care of the earth in its own way. So let's start with noise pollution rules 2012 marks. This will come for 12 marks of course, and this topic comprises of the terms like silent zone, day and night, and the concept with explanation relating to church bells case. Sometimes in exam we can expect a short note on church bells case, because this case is very important and one of the landmark judgment with terms to noise pollution. And these three terms will come for 2 marks, that is what do you mean by silent zone, meaning of day and night in terms of noise pollution, and relevant cases. Let's see one by one. First of all, the meaning of silent zone in noise pollution rule 2000 is well explained as any area nearby which, if any hospital, educational institution, court, religious place, or any such place which had been declared as silent zone, within that the range not less than 100 meters zone shall be declared as silent zone. The meaning of competent authority here means the authority which have been governed the right under noise pollution. And we all are aware well that this noise pollution, water pollution, air pollution, all these rules and acts also have been governed under the umbrella act, that is Environment Pollution Act. So the meaning of silent zone has been well explained here, and of course in my notes I have elaborately mentioned between 49 to 56. The meaning of day and night here itself means rule number 5 of noise pollution rules 2000, which prohibits the use of loudspeaker, amplifiers, or public address system without obtaining the prior approval or permission of the authority. Here the authority, it can be the police station jurisdiction wise. Here the authority means the authority which has been governed the right and powers under noise pollution rules. So that means during festival season there might be given some relaxation, but it should not be beyond 15 days, and if it is beyond 15 days, but then too we have to take prior permission from the concerned officer, that is nearest police station jurisdiction wise. So the daytime has been fixed under noise pollution is 6 am to 10 pm. I repeat, daytime is fixed by noise pollution rule 2000 is 6 am to 10 pm, and night time is considered as 10 pm and 6 am, that is prior to 6 am. So the time between 10 pm and between 6 am, if you are organizing any function on the road, it's not allowed. But of course, suppose if we have organized any program in auditorium hall or as such, wherein there are the provisions with that, in that the noise will not go out, then it is permissible. Otherwise, road shows or any such functions or marriage functions should not be performed on the road or publicly, or it shall amount to public nuisance. So this, we can say in this regard that noise pollution rules is also a kind of supportive to public nuisance, which we have already studied in taught, as well as in fundamental right. We have studied that right to have life and right to have healthy and wholesome environment is also a right which has been conferred upon every citizen of India, and it shall amount to the violation even under article 19 also, because 19 says we have every right to express our feelings, but it should not be with the pollution or a kind of undesirable sound which will disturb the people, and especially the people who are sick, those who have heart issues, the problem they have like anxiety, hypertension. So it should not hurt or it should not disturb the people who are studying or as such. So we also have to maintain a dignified respect for such norms. And as this noise pollution, this law has also tried to explain in the sense that there is a difference between noise and voice. Noise and voice में क्या फ़र्क है? Voice वो होती है जो कानों को भी अच्छी लगे, जिसमें सुकूनियत का एहसास हो, but as far as noise is concerned, that is a noise which is undesired sound or unwanted sound, like 70 dB यानी 70 डेसिबल से ऊपर की सॉन्ग, एनी वॉइस, एनी नॉइस जो बहुत ज़्यादा आवाज़ क्रिएट करती है और वो किसी को पढ़ाई में डिस्टर्ब करे या किसी की नींद में अगर वो खलल डाले, तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड नॉइस. और इफ़ सपोज दैट डेसिबल इज़ more than 90 decibel means very dangerous to your ears as well. It may damage to your ears. So this kind of noise is not at all permissible. आपको अगर कोई म्यूज़िक अच्छी लगती है, आप घर में बजा रहे हो और आप कह रहे हो कि आपको क्या करना है, ये मेरा घर है, ये मैं अपने हिसाब से बजा सकता हूँ, तो ये बात नॉइज़ पोल्यूशन रूल में बिल्कुल ना है, बिकॉज दिस शैल अमाउंट टू पब्लिक नुसेंस. So noise pollution rule 2000 was very a kind of eminent rule which we had got in the year 2000 with effect from 14 Feb 2000, and it was held to be the first codified piece of executive legislation in terms of noise pollution, because it was held necessitated to have stringent laws relating to noise also. And because of that, to tackle such public nuisance, there was an enactment of this rule with effect from 14 Feb. So it means that noise pollution is with the compliance mentioned under Environment Protection Act 1986. It is very, very important to abide by the Rule 6, which confers the right to have punishment provision. That means police can take action against such violators, and the complaint can also be lodged. If suppose you are playing high and you say, oh, this is my way and I love loud music. Of course you love loud music, but you have to have certain limits for this. So playing loud music in public beyond the permissible time shall amount to be a violation of Rule 7, and a complaint can be lodged against such violator. And then Rule 8 also specifies very clearly that authority governed under noise pollution confers this right to police in charge of that vicinity, that they can also take up this complaint on a serious note. That means creating noise pollution is also very serious offense, and you all have seen such symbols of no horn please. So this personifies that. Noise pollution, in this famous case, we will start with church bells case. This church bells case of England is also known as one of the landmark case, wherein it was mentioned that yes, of course, if you are offering your prayers in church, in gurdwara, in temples or masjid, it is allowed, of course, right to have religion, and to observe any religion is conferred and enshrined in our fundamental rights under Article 25, but at the same time Article 21 also says that you have to have right to live with your own well-being. That means right to have healthy and wholesome environment. So if suppose that church bells is disturbing someone's sleep, it should not be allowed. So if you are disturbing someone using loudspeaker, using amplifiers, and that shall disturb someone's serenity and affecting their health or suppose their sleep, then it should not be allowed. And then this was a very interesting case, Emperor versus Ramcharan. In this case it was held by the Supreme Court of India that if suppose there is one chowkidar and he is calling out these words like jagte raho, so it was held by the Supreme Court that he was not creating noise pollution because it was part and parcel of his job. So out of his job he was announcing this name, this word jagte raho, that was with respect to his duty. So this was not a noise pollution under rule 2000. And in this case, unfortunate case I would say, because in case of recent case of 2006 Vyas versus Police Inspector Ahmedabad, this is known as firecrackers case. In this case there was one marriage going on, and unfortunately this firecrack damaged the eye of a child who was standing there, and it was held in this case that yes, of course, this firecracker and this burst led to such danger, accident, and this case was launched against such violator under noise pollution. So it was held by Ahmedabad court that this, because of this noise pollution and because of this bursting of firecracker, this nuisance occurred. So in nutshell we can say, as far as our syllabus is concerned, noise pollution rule 2000 for 12 marks was very much compulsory and required, and for that reason I have taken up this topic. As far as your knowledge is concerned, then too this topic is very much required and important. So my humble request is that before I release my video 7, you all have to study these topics till 56 I have covered. So please start with your noise pollution rule 2000. Of course, for sure this is going to be your important question in exam. That's all for the day. Thank you so much. Have a nice time, class.